Good morning and welcome to our homestead here in central Portugal. We've finally shifted away from the intense heat of summer, and as we pass the autumn equinox on the weekend, the season really feels like it's starting to change, with colder evenings and the colours shifting. We've been eagerly awaiting the first rains of September, which have been a little later than usual this year, and which will turn our land from brown and dusty to green and flower-filled. This week started with a few welcome drizzles to bring everything back to life, but unfortunately also with the death of our friendliest chicken, Ali, who became ill over the weekend and then passed away a few days later. We buried her with a bunch of marigolds and scattered seeds over the soil, and I really hope in chicken heaven there will be many cabbages growing, for she always liked to sneak in my vegetable garden and devour any brassicas in her path.
So this will have been, a good innings. No. You want the pepper? You're not having it. So all the tomato plants are going in the compost. Hello everybody, how's it going? As you can see, it's raining. It's the first time it's rained here for at least 10 weeks, and we weren't here when it did rain, so technically it's been maybe 3 months. So yeah, it's lovely. You should smell it. Wish you could. One day, smell-o-vision will be a thing. So because of the rain, we can't do any more sanding or oiling. So what we're going to do is do like a separate phase of the whole cabin project, which is clear up the front of it, which involves addressing these raised beds. The fun thing about these raised beds is we filled them using the hugelkultur method. So that's filling it with organic matter, so like trees, logs, leaves, sticks, whatnot. This soil is so dry.
That's what I was thinking.
I tried to give it a wiggle, there was no wiggle room, but this could be great. Just gonna break off the sides a little bit.
Today's video is kindly sponsored by Reolink. If you're a regular viewer of our channel, then you'll know we're big fans of Reolink, who are a leading company in the security camera tech industry, providing eco-friendly monitoring solutions for various security needs. And we have various cameras set up around our homesteads for security and also to keep an eye on our animals. This week, they are celebrating 15 years of innovation with the release of their new Altus PT Ultra, which they kindly sent us. Some of the main benefits of the Altus PT Ultra are that, firstly, it records in 4K ultra high definition, so you can get a really crystal clear view, and with the option of continuous recording with an 8-day usage in a single charge, plus the pre-record feature to enhance security, you can be sure to not miss anything important. Supported by a large 20,000 mAh battery, it has twice the capacity of similar products in the industry, and you can extend the battery life further with seamless 6-watt solar panel compatibility. Secondly, it has day and night colour vision without spotlights or infrared LEDs on. This means that it captures 4 times more light than normal infrared cameras, revealing sharp details even in the dimmest nights without the need to turn up any lights. Another cool feature is that it has auto tracking, so you can set it to follow a moving object, and with its 355-degree horizontal and 90-degree vertical rotation, you get a blind spot free view for comprehensive monitoring. There are many other great features to this camera, and if you're interested in finding out more details, then you can head to the link in the description below, where there is also a special launch discount of up to 20% off if you do decide to purchase one. A big thank you to Reolink for sponsoring this video and helping us to monitor everything on our homestead. So we're moving the raised beds down here. Would not recommend moving raised beds once you've already positioned them, but where we're building the cabin and we want to put the deck next to it, it was getting quite hard to manoeuvre around the space. It was like in the way of the footpaths. But secondly, in the summer, having multiple gardens to water is a bit stressful. I basically have 3 and then the greenhouse and having all the water points. So having it all down here is the plan eventually. So yeah, it should be a lot more manageable in the summer, and yeah, I think it's just nice to tie everything down here together. But it's very sweaty and it's feeling very humid. It's like not quite as hot, but because it's humid you feel more sticky. Just watching Albi dig holes.
Sausage, come here. Come here. Horsey this last one.
You could almost probably get away with 2 rows of beetroot down the middle. Got some of the Chioggia beetroots in the greenhouse to go in here.
Cool.
Um,
That should keep us going.
well as some rockets and rouge matisse.
What's spacing for beetroot? Like that?
Huh?
Like that?
Go closer.
Yeah. Right, now to get these planted. Nice. Right, that's all our winter veg. So we have lettuce, coriander, beetroot. We absolutely love coriander, but people hate it, don't they?
Yeah, also known as cilantro.
Or coentros in Portuguese.
See. So I have from the greenhouse rocket and Chioggia beetroots, which are the pink and white stripy
Ah, cool,
ones.
the pretty ones.
Yeah, and then I've also got some rouge matisse, which is a mustard onion. Got 3 of those.
Can you tell we like our aromatic greens?
Rocket, spicy greens.
What are these? Rocket.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need huge amount of roots because there's logs. But then again, they should grow around the logs.
Yeah.
I think the lesson from that top one is just to make sure we don't let it get too compacted,
Yeah.
because that stuff was rock.
Yeah. I think it's because it was so dry though. I don't think it was as
Well,
bad.
and the soil just came from when we dug out the shed
Yeah. it
with
was.
my mum, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I think if it was wetter, you wouldn't have been quite as shocked by it.
So it looks like we might be set for a dry afternoon.
Yeah.
But I don't think the wood's going to dry enough for us to sand it. So there we are, all our raised beds planted. Although
Bits.
the Tommies will need digging up soon, eh?
Yeah, we'll leave these ones until they. So I cleared this bit of the garden over the weekend so I can plant out all my brassicas that I have grown in the greenhouse. So I'm going to get them and put them in, and I've dug like a channel here so I can try flood irrigation, which never really works for me because it always gets filled back in, but I thought I would try it. Where we had the raised beds up by the cabin that we've moved down here, looks so weird now, it looks so empty. There's some trees and vines that need clearing up, so I think Iwan's going to go do that whilst I do this.
Pretty windy. As we're working on the other side of the cabin, it feels like we've just done half a job. So I'm going to clean it up a wee bit more and give us a bit of a blank canvas and see where we go from there. Okay, and then the only other thing I need to do is get this olive tree. And this wind. Fortunately, the olives are in much better condition than the grapes, apples or pears have been this year. So that's good news at least. I don't reckon it'll stay there.
So I was just hanging up the laundry and I looked to my greenhouse and I spotted this absolutely beautiful swallowtail butterfly stuck in there. Just hanging up the laundry and then looked over to my greenhouse. Spotted this. I managed to capture her and rescue her and set her free in the end, and it was just such a beautiful encounter. She stayed on my hand for quite a while that I felt really inspired to draw her, so I'm just sitting down now. I've done the initial sketch and I'm going to get my pens and fill it in and hopefully it comes together. They have really beautiful patterns in their wings, and pattern work is one of my favourite things to draw, so I'm really excited to spend a bit of time doing that now.
Right guys, that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. So it's been a bit of a crazy day of weather. The sun has now come out, so I think I'm going to get sanding and oiling the remainder of the pallets, and then hopefully we'll get the whole deck done next week. Fingers crossed. Well, ciao.